Good morning, my friends. I thought I would take a break from my morning bike ride and just share with you a few minutes about the importance of self-love. There is nothing more important than self-love for those who wish to be conscious or deliberate creators as opposed to default creators. Because yourself is actually a three-part entity. One entity expressing in three different forms, so to speak. The high self, expressing through the inner self or subconscious mind, which I call first mate, to the outer self or personality, which, by the way, the word personality is taken from a root word meaning persona or mask. Yes, the mask that we wear pretending to be separate beings. By loving our inner self, establishing a rapport with that wonderful, magical self within, we are on the path to a more beautiful life. Because you will remember, friends, that our life is actually a movie projected on a holographic movie screen. Our body and our life, our holographic projection on a movie screen, what I call our personal movie. Your inner self creates that personal movie based on your habitual thoughts and feelings, which it takes as your instructions. It loves you unconditionally with perfect love and follows your instructions, your habitual thoughts, your self-talk, your feelings perfectly. It radiates out your aura, or energy field, sometimes known as a prayer field, for many hundreds of yards, if not miles, around you. And this prayer field is charged with a certain frequency, much like we might dial a radio to a certain station. It repels those frequencies which are not a vibrational match, and it attracts those frequencies that are a vibrational match. Now, by monitoring your personal movie, your body, your life experience, you can work with your inner self to change that movie according to what you would prefer. Love your inner self, even though it is non-physical. It helps, since we are identified with the physical vehicle, to think of the inner self in a physical form. You may want to think of it as an angel or an elven being. I personally visualize my inner self as a beautiful female elven being with pointed ears. Very loving, very supportive. Some may prefer to visualize it as a companion animal that they feel attuned to. Whatever will help you to identify a powerful rapport with that inner self. You can work with the inner self not only to upgrade your personal movie, but also to open a clearer channel to your higher self, because the path for the outer self, the personality, to the high self is through the inner self. Only by loving the inner self and working with the inner self to open a channel to the high self can we bring through that grace and beauty of the high self to transform our life and our personal movie into heaven on earth. Yes. So I did want to just say a few words about self-love and give you two good reasons why it's very important to place great priority on self-love and rapport with your inner self. First reason is the inner self can work with you to monitor your habitual thoughts, feelings, self-talk, and to create a more beautiful personal movie. Your inner self can also connect you more fully to the grace and beauty of your high self, your true self. Thank you, friends, for sharing this moment with me on my bike ride. I love you all, dear light workers. You're magnificent. You are wonderful. You're a blessing to all Gaia and all life on earth. I love you all.